Hey people, so we're on the next episode, I guess. We're doing this. A little bit about what I did so far. I rearranged the whole storage unit to give me some more space, kind of in this area here. Got some totes. Right now I have all my parts down in this one, and this one's just empty. And got a tote for underneath the engine just for now. I might cut that down, make it a little bit more less. I got rid of like 5 or 6 boxes of junk on this side. I got a light now up there, and it's a pretty dope light. I can put I'll show you, but basically it's a 4 amp hour battery in the back, and it's a dimmable switch, and I can move the panels around whichever way I want to adjust the light. And I can shut the storage unit now, and I'll actually be able to work in there and not have to worry about anything. Today we're going to be working on flipping the engine on the engine stand to get the oil pan up and to drain out whatever is in the cylinders and whatever else into that bucket down there. And then we're going to get the oil pan off and see what's going on in there. And yeah, so here we go. So here's an update on the little light. As you can see, enough light for the engine. I'm gonna point it up at it. That's that. I have the door shut, and I think it starts out at the brightest setting, and we'll turn it down. And that's the lowest setting. And as you can see, it's still quite a bit of light. And it's LED, so like it'll probably last for weeks. But I also have a headlamp with, so we'll kind of wombo combo that. Yeah, I'm gonna just get all my tools set up, and then we'll get to work. One thing too is I have oil still in there. There's so much. There's at least 5 quarts or more in that engine, and it's only supposed to have 4 maximum. But there's still oil in my oil pan. And I was talking last time about an oil sample, and I got a sample bottle. I'm gonna use whatever's in the pan in my sample bottle, but that pan's really gross, and the right way to have done a sample is when I pop the drain. I should have got my sample bottle in that flow and filled it up. That would have been probably the most secure way to not get contaminants in there. So either way, I think I'm still going to do the oil sample. It's just not going to be, or the oil test, it's just not going to be like a high priority because I have already contaminated all the oil. It'll be cool to kind of see what's in it still, but it costs me $30 locally to do it, and I will do it. I'll take the sample, I'll keep it around. I'm just not going to go do it tomorrow because I could use $30 for the parts and stuff versus, actually wasting some money on the oil. Maybe the oil will be like the last hurrah kind of thing. All right, so I was kind of talking about the oil sample bottle here. One thing I just remembered was we have the oil filter still on here, so I might be able to get a sample out of the oil that's going to drip from this, and if I can do that, that's going to give us a much better sample. And if I can't get enough, then I will take some out of there, and we'll just go back to the default plan. I need to at least get up to this line here on the bottle. So I'm going to put some gloves on real quick. See what we got in here. really cool if we got enough out of this. I guess I could always dump the oil filter out into this, and that should give us enough probably too. And without it being too contaminated at that point. Oh, there we go. Got my line yet? Pretty close. Oh, I'm actually right on it. Dope. Alright, guys. We got our oil sample. Got a lot of freaking mess going on now, though. Alright. I like that. That means that this sample is actually worth the money, then. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm going to let that drip for a while, clean it up, and then we're going to try to flip this engine over. Okay, so I got the oil filter off, the oil sample collected, and now we're going to work on flipping this engine over with or trying our best not to spill all this fluid down in there, or whatever else is going to freaking come out the top. So plan is stick this bucket underneath, get us about halfway once the oil pan is kind of up, get this bucket underneath, and then see what spills out. I don't know what I'm doing really, so maybe I'll tip it that way. Also, I don't know what I'm doing as far as like the right way or wrong way of doing any of this stuff. I'm just going with what I think I'm supposed to do. Leaking out. Probably should put a tarp down. Go. There it is. Yeah, this is my first time flipping an engine over, and I think it's pretty obvious, but also at the same time, I don't want to make a huge mess. There's just quite a bit of fluid, and I don't know where it's going to pour out. I mean, obviously right here is the water pump. I can visually see fluid in there. A few drops here and there I can clean up, just more so as I rotate this down, the hole is going to move farther away from my bucket. Which is annoying. YOLO. Do they still say that? I don't know. Smells gross. Alright, so maybe a little bit more. Now my bucket's getting caught. Almost there though. Wonder if I just get this around the front half of it. Ah, shit. Oh, there it goes. What I wanted to do was get like one of those kiddie pools. Just put the whole engine in the kiddie pool with the engine stand and then just flip it and then just be done with that. Damn. Maybe. Hey. Just got a little mess. Just that little bit on the floor. Right there. So. Fuck that. It's kind of like just a giant stain on the floor. That sucks. Oh well. It's a rental. Well, upside down. See what's going on. So it looks like we got 10mm bolts that go all the way around it. I'm going to take some pictures. I'm trying to be better at this. Take pictures as I go. Okay, so I'm going to try to be working like this so I can stay out of the way of the camera. I really don't know what's going to happen when we go for it. Right now it's like bucket's just kind of in the way. No, it's not. Really, it's just the. There we go. Let's put the pin back in. Safety first, right? Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, there's a bunch of 10mm here. That there. It's just scraps that fell out of it one day. Let's get the gloves back on and get the 10mm out with the 3 or 1 inch and probably 1 inch. There might be some spots down here that we might need a bigger extension. My extension's out. Oh yeah, I got a bigger. I got a new 14mm socket. Went with the Craftsman. I have my assortment here. I got one Husky 12mm, and I went with the Craftsman 6-point 14mm socket, just because they have their lifetime guarantee, whatever bullshit, and I'm trying to support Lowe's more than Home Depot. Just a personal opinion. Although I buy my rigid stuff from Home Depot, so it's like kind of not even fair. But anyways, let's get cracking here. So, I know, actually, before we get going too far, we have to look at the manual. So this is the front of the engine on my side, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it just swaps back and forth. So we're going to try to take them apart in the reverse order that they go in, starting with this side here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, what's that? Got some bigger guys back here on this side. Well, maybe not. They just got crud on them. Never mind. Oh, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18's got some sort of bracket for some sort of breather blocking it. Maybe I can sneak a tool in there. I can sneak it. Okay, so they're all loosened now. Now that they're loosened, I don't think it matters which order I take them out on. So I'm going to get this one that's underneath the oil pan out first, or the underneath. I guess it is underneath the oil pan. Weird. There's like a little. I bet you. Yeah, that's just whatchamacalls it. Gasket maker. All right. So we're gonna zip the rest of these off with the impact driver here. Maybe not yet. So fun story today at work. There's this guy that I work with. He has an old Cherokee. I guess it's not really old, 2007. And he says the transmission slips all the time. And he brought it into a 4x4 place. I don't know which one. And they went through his whole vehicle, telling him what's wrong with it and everything. And to redo the transmission at this place, $7,600 they quoted him. And that was just a rebuild, nothing fancy. I think they were going to go over his crankcase too, or excuse me, not crankcase, transfer case. And I don't know, told him about the transmission shop down the street from where I work, and he went and got a quote from them, and all they do is transmissions, and it was anywhere from $1,400 to I think $2,400. So it's like, yeah, fuck, I'm gonna go with them. Yeah, you might as well. I mean, they are a transmission shop. They're going to know all about the transmissions. They probably can do it in a day, and that is cheaper than you. So, it's a pretty crazy story. Like, those four-wheel drive places, you know, they make their money off of upselling all the aftermarket crap. So, yeah. Alright, so we got all that out. I'm just double checking all the bolts here. Everything's out. I have to double check where we are on baggie numbers. Looks like we're on 9. Might just start a new baggie numbering tally over here. I have no idea where my big freaking Sharpie went to. So, resorting to the paint pen for now. Don't want to be doing that just because it wastes so much paint and it's just so globbly goopy, and I have a big ass Sharpie for it. So anyways, I just bagged up all the little bolts. The oil pan is off now. Well, the nuts and bolts are. So we have to start lifting it, and that was pretty simple. Guess we have some brackets here. as well. All right, here we go. Well, there's some sort of, I don't know where I should put this for now. Let's put it right here. There's definitely some sludgy stuff going on down there. Let's take you in for a closer look, and we'll take you in for a closer look on everything. Okay, so it looks pretty sludgy in there, and there's some antifreeze down in there. And to touch it real quick, see what it looks like. Oh, it's actually pretty clean. That's some sort of magnet maybe. Feels pretty bad. Let's check down here. It's actually not too bad. So let's look at this now. So this is what we got. This is my first time ever looking in here too. So wow, that's pretty cool. Nothing seems too crazy in there. I don't have really too much ideas as far as what I'm looking for, what signs are bad signs. Yeah. Oil pickup has a little screen around it. There isn't any signs of big debris or anything, so that's good. No signs of real bad scrapes or anything about where like the rear main seal goes, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, not too bad in there. I'm not going to go any farther as far as taking it apart, just because don't know really what's going on in there yet. I think what I'll do is take this oil filter housing off, and then we'll try to flip it back over and see how much oil drains out. Yeah, and then we'll take off the water pump off the front here, and that'll be kind of all the accessories on this engine completely. That will be off at that point. Next on our docket, we're going to be taking off this oil filter housing. It looks like we got three 12 millimeter bolts. Who knows how much that's going to freaking leak too. I'm going to be excited to get past this liquid stage, because then I can just kind of do my own thing and get her done, as they say. But let's crack these loose. 3 of them. I gotta take pictures. I keep forgetting. Alright, back to this. Okay. So we got those. Let's take this off now. Oh wow, that's just a quick little thing, ain't it? It's almost like there's not even a gasket holding anything together. Oh, no, there it is. It's just stuck to it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna let that sit in the oil pan so you can't have any more oil drain out of it. And take a picture of it off. We'll bag it, we'll tag it. Also got myself a label maker for big parts now, so I can just print out a label of what it is, what number it goes with. Looks like we're going to be on number 10 for this oil filter assembly, housing, whatever you want to call it. So I need a bag. Alright. Let's take the dipstick out. I don't think that needs to be in there right now. Let's see if anything flows out of here. Oh, just a bunch of coolant for some reason. That's pretty weird. Is that normal? That's pretty shitty. It had a pretty good O-ring though. Kept all that shit in there. It's weird that there's so much coolant in here. I don't know. I mean, obviously it's not supposed to be in there, but I don't know if it's leaking in there somehow, if the heads are shot, or what, but something's all messed up in it. At least the oil pan's in some pretty good shape. Definitely just use gasket maker to make that gasket. Just fine, I guess. Okay, so I can probably just take the water pump off in the upside down state. Yeah. So as far as the water pump goes, it looks like it's just a few bolts, but it's probably some hiding underneath the timing belt cover. So how far can we get with that without buying a new tool of some sort? Guess we'll just have to see. So I think I'm going to start with the timing belt cover up here, plastic one. That's going to be going back to our 8mm, which this time I kept it all together so I don't have to look for it forever. Am I out of frame again? think that should be good. Hiding on this side. Alright, so I just went around the room on that. Let's see. I did save this, so let's just start by whipping them off here. Just start with the, oh, there's one that's hiding. Okay. These are some funky ones. My knee pad thing out. Oh yeah, I also got some new adapters for my breaker bar. Here's the timing belt cover. That's off. Gloves on, because I know damn well that I'll probably rip my fingers in half again. I'll put that one back in the bag. I know it's back there now. Zip these off. Ooh, that one's a long one. Okay, so long one goes in between, I guess kind of in the middle, just above the outlet of the water pump. That's a specialty one. Another specialty one to the right, or I guess the left if the engine's up, but it's kitty corner of it, I guess. And then one that's super duper small. I don't know, I guess. Oh, fuck. I guess the small ones are going out of the, are coming out of like the block. The metal cover. Oh yeah. You can't take that cover off without pulling the without pulling the this thing. Can't remember. It's not a harmonic balancer. It's a pulley. I don't know. Well. Let's at least, what we'll do with this is I'll put a label on it saying what bag it goes to, and then I'll put all the bolts in the bag, which is bag 11. guess what we're going to try to do now is take off the water pump. Just try. Like, there is only two no, I see two more underneath there, so might have to get stuck right here until I get some sort of puller to take this off. And that's where that $30 would be saved from the oil sample. So yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. I think I'm going to flip it back upside down, see what all drains out of it. Keep it in the upright status for now. Just because I like everything to drain for good. And right now it looks like everything is drained from the top end. And yeah, so let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can flip it back over. How much of a fucking mess it's gonna be. Put that there. Get my gross thing here. Should probably go back to the way I came, because otherwise it's going to I'm just making a giant mess. Gotta get this under the oil pickup. And should probably help out a lot. Oh, damn. So much for not trying to make a mess. I mean, that's right side up. Or am my shoe unlevel all of a sudden? Or does something shift? There's something loose back here. Nope. I don't know. They're all tight still. Whatever. Yeah, so I got a mess to clean up. It looks like they have the timing dots here and here. So that's top dead center then, something like that. Now the timing needs to be hit with those two dots. Doing some more research on it. This timing belt looks really nice. So this engine might be pretty alright already. So I don't know how far I have to go, to be honest. Like, maybe I'll just take it halfway down and clean it up, and or maybe I can reuse the pins or the pistons. Time will tell. I'm interested in getting the top. And now that we got the bottom off, that can sit overnight. drip everything that needs to drip out of there. I do need to clean up the oil underneath it. I need to mark the oil pan. Actually, well, I might as well be official. I need to find my fucking Sharpie. I also need to find my stupid frickin' little teeny tiny wrench. Where the hell that went to? And yeah, so what time is it? $6 o'clock, huh? I've been here for about 2 hours now. Let's see the status of our battery light. We've gone one tick on the battery light. So I think we'll have to just run at full brightness all the time. I think it's at low brightness right now, or is it at high? It is at high. Low brightness is pretty low, but been here for 2 hours and we have only used 1 tick so far. It's a 4 amp hour battery, so that means what? We have 2, 4, 6, 8 hours. Ooh, that scared me. 8 hours of runtime with this light and this capacitor in this way. So yeah, so it looks like you either have to do more research on this cover. I don't know if it slides off or what. No, that's in the right side up position. Let's see a little bit more. It looks like I had to pull this off in order to take this off. And once that's off, then it's kind of like the back transmission plate. This comes off, this comes off. And then I can get to the freaking water pump. That's ridiculous that it looks like the water pump is this really big unit back here. It's not just 2 bolts. It's like this big long thing that sits behind there. So it's a big long piece that sits behind there. I think I remember that from looking at pictures of what it looks like in Jazz. So we'll leave it there. The next episode, I guess, is us trying to take this piece off, unless the puller is going to be super expensive. We'll see if I can just rent one. And I'm taking the water pump off. If I can't do these 2 things, then I'll probably be a while. Yeah, alrighty. Stay restless.